What's going on, people, man? It's your boy Marcus. We are back, fresh off of graduation. Congratulations to my son, Aaron Cameron. Graduated from Ridgeview High School. Parents are super proud of you, bro. Great job as a father. It was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done. And not that he's a bad kid or anything like that, but I don't think as a parent you don't kind of get to that point and not realize everything you've been through. It was amazing. Shout out to all the graduates of 2025. If you got a kid, man, congratulations to you. Congratulations to your kid. We got a great show for you today. Tom Thibodeau is out as the New York Knicks head coach. We got the finals coming up on Thursday. Great matchup, even though most people seem to not be interested in it. We'll touch on that as well, man. Let's get to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are all glad that you checked into the Front Office Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Cameron. And as always, our show is sponsored by Tees and Trees Clothing. Tees and Trees is where we stand on business. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're checking in on YouTube or whatever app you're watching us on. We appreciate you. Make sure you click the like, subscribe, and share button. Also, click on the alerts button so you can get your content first from the Front Office Podcast. Damn, I almost got the intro all the way right. I hope everybody's doing well, man. It's been a busy month, even though June just started. May was a busy month. April was a busy month. Kids getting out of school. Son graduated. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, man. But we already addressed that in the little pre-show. But let's get to it. The New York Knicks, man, they fired Tom Thibodeau as of today, which is kind of a surprise. I think a lot of people were really expecting it. I've seen a lot of different podcasts and different analysts saying that he was on the hot seat. I'm not sure why. Just from the outside looking in, a lot of Knicks fans. Shout out to Chewy. Shout out to Ken Nixon. Haven't talked to Ken. Chewy, I'm in a group text with him. Definitely excited about it. A lot of Knicks fans wanted him gone, man. A lot of Knicks fans wanted Tom Thibodeau gone, and it just shows you the pressure of being in that market. Tom Thibodeau made the playoffs 4 out of 5 years. This is the furthest they've ever been in 20 years as far as a franchise is concerned. They lost to the Pacers, and we'll touch on the Pacers a little bit later on, but I'm not sure if that was something to fire him for. I don't think that was it. I just think they probably think he can't get him over the hump. The Bulls fired Doug Collins when they felt like he couldn't get him over the hump. It's not like it's unheard of or it hasn't happened before, but it is what it is. So now they're on the search. I personally think the number one target is probably Mike Malone. Mike Malone currently working for ESPN, former Denver Nuggets head coach. I'm torn on that hire, and here's the reason why. I think Mike Malone is a hell of a coach. He's been in the league. He's been around the game for a very long time. Well-deserving championship in Denver. You also had the best player in the NBA on your team. You also had Jamal Murray, which is an offensive juggernaut. I'm not sure it's going to be much better or look any different offensively for the Knicks with Tom Thibodeau out. But I may be wrong. Mike Malone definitely can coach. He can definitely do that job. He can definitely handle the pressure. If they get him, it's a great hire. If you bring somebody else in, it's going to get a little dicey. Knicks fans are tough. They don't take a lot of shit. So hopefully the front office does their job. They've been doing pretty well. I still think getting Mikal Bridges was great. I mean, you gave up a lot of first rounds. You mortgaged a lot of your future on that. But I do think it's going to work out. Karl Anthony Towns was criticized a lot in that Pacers series. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and get straight to the Pacers and the Knicks on this segment. The Pacers and the Knicks, man. The Pacers end up winning 4-2 against the New York Knicks to advance to the NBA Finals. My thoughts on the series, I definitely picked the Knicks. In 7. Y'all let me down. That's why I'm not a Knicks fan. But, I mean, no shade to y'all. I thought y'all had a great season. They were in the top 3 of the East all year. Dealt with injuries. Brunson was an all-NBA talent all year. Karl Anthony Towns played well. Nothing to hold your heads about, but you don't get it done. And if you're a Knicks fan, if you don't win the championship or at least get there, for them, definitely it's a disappointment. For anybody, it would be a disappointment. It is what it is. Lakers fans disappointed. Timberwolves fans disappointed. It's a lot of disappointed franchises. There's only two of them that are happy right now, and that's if you're an OKC fan or you're an Indiana Pacer fan. Shout out to Kendall Blandon, the only Indiana Pacer fan I know. But I thought, originally I thought the Knicks had more depth in regards to their starting five and the way that Tom Thibodeau plays guys as far as the amount of minutes that they accumulate throughout the night. I did think their bench was going to be a little bit better than what it was. I thought Karl Anthony Towns was a mismatch, which he was. I think what surprised me was the job that he did on Brunson. And Brunson didn't have a bad series. I mean, he didn't shoot it as great, but I thought he was harassed the entire series. I thought the Pacers defense was great on him. They were annoying. They were always throwing a different body at him, whether it was Nembhard, whether it was Benedict Mathurin, or Aaron Nesmith. They were always throwing a different body at him to make it difficult and try to wear him down so he doesn't have those big clutch moments. And he still had a few. And Siakam, man. Siakam was amazing, I think, after Game 3. After Game 3, Siakam really took off. Halliburton was consistent throughout the playoffs. Throughout the series. He had I think it was the game in New York, Game 5. Yeah, Game 5. He had a pretty pedestrian, as they would call it, pedestrian night. But other than that, man, he was consistent. He's been doing exactly what he was doing throughout the playoffs. Tyrese Halliburton has been the best point guard in the playoffs, period. There's no arguing that. You can call him overrated. You can say whatever you want. Proof is in the pudding. The man is in his finals. He's got the team in the finals. No, he didn't win the Eastern Conference MVP Finals MVP trophy. Who cares? He was dominant. He had a great series. He definitely led them, and Siakam helped. And that's how that played out in the East, man. So shout out to the Pacers. Let's talk about the Western Conference Finals. The Western Conference Finals was won by the OKCThunder. I believe it was 4-1, gentlemen's sweep. Maybe 2. I can't remember. It's been a while since the series ended, but Oklahoma City is like that. Oklahoma City is definitely like that. Their defense was amazing. I thought Chet Holmgren was really a big X factor in that series. He wasn't out there averaging 30 and 20 or anything like that, but every time Minnesota was making runs, Chet was involved in putting a stop to it, whether it was a block shot, a big three-pointer, making the right pass. They play the right way. They move the ball, even though they have a dominant scorer in SGA. Shout out to him. League MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP. He had a great series. He's been having a great playoffs. This is a great run for him. A lot of people say this is his Michael Jordan year. I like to refer to it as his SGA year. Is it comparable to a year that Jordan had? Absolutely, but it's completely different. This is the same guy. He goes out, he gets 39, he gets 8 rebounds, he gets 7 assists. I'm not saying it's better than Jordan. It's just different. It just doesn't look the same. But he does have those clutch moments. His post game and his footwork is immaculate. Definitely reads the defense well, understands the flow of the game, and they just have a lot of dogs over there at OKC. Caruso, Dort, Isaiah Joe, Cason Wallace, Holmgren, Harkenstein, Jalen Williams. The list goes on and on and on, and they have a great rhythm. They have great chemistry as a team. It's going to be hard to beat them. If you're Indiana, it's going to be hard to beat them. As far as Minnesota's concerned, I thought they overachieved. I think a lot of people are being very critical with Anthony Edwards' comments in the press conference. Yeah, he's 23 years old. There's no excuse. He'll learn from it, but I'm not really surprised. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not really surprised. I don't think he meant it the way that people are taking it. Of course, you have the elder statesmen of the game. Oh, you might not get back there. That's true. But if he didn't say it, he still might not get back there. So, it's kind of a moot point. It is what it is. I'm not saying that it should be allowed or that's okay. But we also got to give these young stars room to grow too, and they have to learn from their mistakes and try to do better and give them a little bit of grace and see if they do better. If they don't, it is what it is. All criticism is welcomed. But I was just disappointed. I thought Julius Randle was the key in that series, and he didn't have a great series. And I think that was by design from the Thunder. They really took him out of the game. I mean, it was multiple games that he just didn't – he kind of reverted back to the old Randle. He just wasn't as aggressive as he was in that Lakers series. And I just thought I really thought they needed more from him in order to be able to kind of keep it close. They already don't score as much as the Thunder. They're not as deep as far as depth on the bench as the Thunder. So that was going to be a problem one way or the other. But Randle, I thought, was disappointing. I thought Anthony Edwards was a little disappointing as well. Again, I'm patient. I've seen this game before, seen this a lot. Got to let them grow into it, see where it goes. It'll be interesting to see if they make any changes in the offseason. That'll be very interesting. From what I'm hearing, yeah, they're going to make some changes. I think Julius Randle's a free agent. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who had a great series, I think he's an unrestricted free agent. And I think you're going to have to do something about Gobert. You're going to have to make a decision on whether you want him to be an anchor for that team or not. Excuse me. Because if you don't want him to be the anchor for the team, then you're going to have to find a trade partner. And with the size of his contract, I'm not sure you're going to find one. Somebody can use him, and sometimes, moving to a new place changes and revitalizes a guy's career. I don't think Rudy's down, but I think, as an organization, you do have to look at the construction of your team and see where you can get better. Definitely need another ball handler. I think Conley is serviceable, 18-year vet, he's had a great career. I'd love to see him play another year, but I don't think that needs to be your main ball handler. I think they got Dillingham on the bench. Develop him. If you don't want to go out and spend money and have to make trades and break up that team, develop Rob Dillingham. I would love to see him play a lot more summer league ball. Hopefully he stays healthy, get a little better on defense, and see if they can make a run again. But time will tell, man. We'll see what happens. As far as my predictions for the finals, number one, I think it's going to be a great series. And when I say great series, I think it's going to be fun. A very entertaining brand of basketball to watch. Both teams play with high pace. I think OKC is 1 and the Pacers are 2. I think they're 1 and 2 in almost every category obtaining the pace, fast break points and things of that nature. So it's going to make for a very interesting series. I think there's 2 key matchups for me. The first is Siakam if he has to guard Chet Holmgren, which it looks like that is. I mean, I think you got to put Turner on Hartenstein, and you got to let Siakam guard Chet. This is where Chet can make a name for himself. If you want to go down as one of the greats, you got to dominate this particular matchup. And I don't mean he has to go out there and get 30. But you have to play defense. You have to actually score and be effective. You can't be taken out of the game by the wily vet. And don't make a mistake and think that Pierre Siakam, man, I'm not even about to try to say this nigga name. Siakam is a wily vet. He's won a championship. He's been around great players. He knows how to win. He's going to be up for the challenge. He's going to be ready to play. SGA and the 2-guard rotation of the Pacers is the other interesting option for me, or matchup, I should say. Reason being is they really have 3 guys they can throw at them. You can throw Benedict Mathurin, you can throw Aaron Nesmith, and then you can also throw Nembhard in there. Pause. It'll be interesting. That's a lot of bodies being thrown at him, but the Thunder are a very deep team. SGA is not the only problem. Jalen Williams is a problem. Okay. Lou Dort is a great defender, and he will do a good job on Halliburton. It'll be interesting to see if Halliburton can still force the pace. It'll be very interesting to see if he can force the pace with somebody picking you up 94 feet. Just fundamental basketball. If you're a better ball handler than the defender in front of you and he's picking you up 94 feet, usually it works to the advantage of the team with the ball or the team, that Halliburton will be on in this particular case, because he can control pace now. Now if I can get by you whenever I want to, it's going to be 4-on-5. But we'll see if Lou Dort can stay in front of him. I love an underdog, and it's too many people picking the Thunder. I mean, it's an obvious pick. I don't like obvious shit, so I'm going to go with the Pacers. I'm going to go with the Pacers, man, in 6, and I'm taking the Pacers in game 1. I'm pretty sure this is going to be very, very bad idea. OKC, let's be clear. The Oklahoma City Thunder should absolutely win this series in 5 games. They should absolutely win the series in 5 games. But anything can happen. It's the finals. The lights are shining just a little bit brighter. Things happen. Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take the Pacers, man. But again, I want to go on record. I believe that the Oklahoma City is the better team. They should win. This should be their crowning achievement after a great season. But the Pacers have been getting in people's way all playoffs long. They took care of Cleveland, got them out of there. Took care of the Bucks, got them out of there. Took care of the Knicks, got them out of there. All 3 times I picked the other team. Didn't pick the Pacers. I'm not picking against them now. That's not going to happen. I'm taking the Pacers. Let me get the Pacers in 6. Tyrese Halliburton for the MVP. As I said on the Hot Seat podcast on Sunday, make sure you like, subscribe, and share that particular channel as well. The Hot Seat podcast we record every Sunday. It's usually out on Monday mornings. But that's all the time I got, man. We will discuss after game 2. We're gonna get game 1 on Thursday. We get game 2 on Sunday night. I'll record Sunday night and have something ready by Monday at the very latest Tuesday. All right? It's been a pleasure. I appreciate y'all checking in, man. Make sure you click the like, subscribe, share, and follow button. Also, click the alerts button so you can get your content first from the Front Office Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Cameron. Tees and Trees of the Clothing Line. Peace.